Hello friends, this is Vishal Patel, and in this video we are going to understand the SIP maximum forward header in depth. This is part 5 of our series diving deep into the SIP. So let's dive. We are going to understand the concept of the maximum forward header. So first we try to understand why we need the maximum forward header. To understand that scenario, let's understand one scenario. Here A sends message to B. Now B again sends the message to C. Now C sends the message to A, and again A will send it to B, B will send it to C, and C will send it to A. That means we have created a loop, that is infinite loop. So how to avoid this loop? To avoid this loop, what we have done is A sends message to B, but it sends it with the maximum forward header 3. That means it sets one value, that maximum forward is 3. Now when B sends this message to C, it's reduce this maximum forward value by 1. That means now B will send maximum forward value 2 to C. Now again C will reduce by 1 and it sends to D. That means C has sent 1 to D. Now again D will send it to A with the maximum forward value 0. That means when A receives the maximum forward value 0, A will drop the packet. That means A can't send it to B now because it has received the maximum forward value 0. So we have solved the problem of the loop using this maximum forward header. And when A receives the maximum forward 0, it gives error message 483, too many hops to the D. And this is the message 483, too many hops. So we try to understand the whole scenario with practical. That means we try to reduce the maximum forward value to 0, and we try to create this message using our opensips proxy and our two softphone scenario. So the maximum forward header, it is used to limit the number of hops a request can transit during a way to destination. That means it is useful to avoid the loops. And as per the RFC 3261, the default value that is set for the maximum forward header is 70 value. That means it is more than enough. So let's start the demo. For the demo, what we will do is I will register two phones, one on my Android and one on my laptop as per our old configuration, and I will start the Wireshark on my interface ETH0. So this is opensips proxy server. IP address is 1.151. This is opensips proxy server. I will register 1001 on my Android, and I have already registered. We just check the IP address of that 1001, and it is registered on 1.100. I have also registered 1002 on my laptop screen, and the IP address of that is 102. That means 1001 is registered on 1.100 and 1002 is registered on 1.102. Now what we will do is we will start the Wireshark on interface ETH0. We are interested only on the SIP part, so we will search the SIP. And now what we will do is we will call from 1001 to 1002. That means I will call from my mobile Android to 1002 on my laptop, and I have already started the packet capture. So I will start call the 1002. 1001 is calling and 1002 is ringing. What I will do is I will accept the call and I will hang up the call from my Android phone, that is from my 1001. So I will hang call, and we have got the number of packets. I will stop the packet capture. So what we are interested is, when I have disconnected the call, we are interested in that part. So this is 1.100, that is my mobile SIP client. It has disconnected the call, that means it has sent the buy request to the 1.151, that is the proxy server. So how it has sent, let's dive deeper into the packet part and we will check what is there. Yes, so what my phone has done is, my phone has set the maximum forward value 70. So as per our slide, that is the default value set by any client. So my phone has set it to 70 and sent it to 1.151, that is the proxy server. Now proxy server will send the value, send this message to 1002, that is 1.102. But here is the interesting part. There are number of route header, and all route header with the same IP address, and the IP address is 1.151, that is my own proxy server. And again we check this message when my proxy will forward it to 1.102. What is the value? Oh, maximum forward value reduced to 0. How? We need to understand that part, how it reduced to 0. Okay, to understand that part, what we will do is, we will go into our configuration file, that is opensips.cfg, and here is my configuration file. So what I have done is, I will find the maximum forward header mxfwd. Yes, we have loaded the value. What we have done is, we have loaded the maximum forward header with default value 10. That means whenever my proxy will send the message to another client, it will set the maximum forward header with value 10, not the 70. If my proxy got the value 70, still it will change it to 10 and send it to another client. That means what my proxy has done, we try to understand it here. My soft client has sent maximum forward value 70, but again my proxy has set it to 10. That means my maximum forward value become the 10, and now packet will send it to 1.102, but it got the number of route header. And why it got the number of route header, we try to understand it in this part. That means, yes, if there is a request and that is not register, means any request that is not register, the default function is to record the route. Means this is the default function of the proxy server, which we have already seen in our last practical video. So if you don't understand this, please try to view my old video. This is default function. So what we have done is, we have comment this default function, and instead of that we have make our own header. So what I have done is I have make total 11 header with the same IP, and the IP address of the record route is my proxy server. That means this message will loop through my proxy total 11 times, and I have inserted this header using the function insert_hf. What this function will do is this function will insert this header. So I have make the variable here. It will insert this header after from header. The meaning of this function is this, means after from header it will insert this record route header. So we try to understand that here. Actually it's sent into the invite packet. So in invite my proxy got the request, and now whenever my proxy forwards it to 1.102, it has inserted the record route header. Sorry, it's before the from header. Before the from header it has inserted this record route header, means whatever we have set it has added. And after getting this tone rate OK message, it makes the route header, and when my phone sends the buy request, so my proxy will go through this 11 route header, means here is the route header. So it will go through this 11 route header and it will reduce my maximum forward value 10 to the 0. How? Let's try to understand that. Means my phone has set it to 70. Again my proxy will set it to 10, and it tries to check the first route header, that is here. So it will send it to again to route header with the value 10. So here is the value 10. Again it sent to the 10 value to here. That means second proxy the value is 10, third proxy 9, fourth 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so here when it sends last the value is 1. So how it reduced to 0? It reduced to 0 means this is the last route header, there is no route header after that. So it will go to the request URI. So when it goes to the request URI, where is the request URI? Yes, here is the request URI. So request URI is 1.102. So here also it will reduce it by 1. That means there is last value is 1, and when it sends to the request URI, that is 1.102, it will make it to 0. That's why we got the maximum forward value 0 when it sends to 102. Still we haven't got the message 483. Why? If my proxy will receive the message with maximum forward value 0, then and then it will send 483 too many hops. My proxy hasn't received this message. Actually my proxy has sent this message. That's why there is no 483 too many hops. So to get that 483 too many hops, what we will do is we will insert one more header. So I have already inserted, I have just commented it. I will comment out where 12, and I will insert one more variable where rr12. Okay, so we have inserted one more value. Now I will restart the opensips proxy server. It is very interesting. Okay, I have restarted the server, and now again I will start the packet capture. And we are interested in SIP part only. Again I will call from my mobile SIP line to my laptop 1002. I will okay, I have to register it again. I'll register my phone also again, and I will call again 1002 from my mobile. I got the call. What I will do is I will accept the call and I will hang up from my mobile SIP line. Yes, it's ringing. Why it's ringing? You need to find. Okay, I have hung up the call from my mobile. So I will stop the packet capture, and again we try to analyze the packet here. Here my phone has sent buy request to the proxy server, and immediately proxy server has replied 483 too many hopes to my phone, because at this point I have added one more record router here. That means my proxy will get the maximum forward value 0, and that's why my proxy will give the 483 too many hopes, because here total 12 I have added this 12th proxy. That means whenever again we try to understand the same scenario, my phone has set it to 70 default value, but again my proxy will set it to 0, it set it to 10. Again it sends the 10 value to this second proxy. Now it's time to reduce, means it will become the 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I have one more router here, and that's why it becomes the 0. That means my proxy will get the 0 maximum forward value 0, and that's why it will give the 483 too many hopes error. It's very interesting. Now what we will do is we will try to open this message in my config file and try to understand the same 483. Yes, here it is. So this is the function mf underscore process underscore blah blah blah. This is the function. So what this function will do is, if my proxy will receive the message without maximum forward header, it will try to set it to 10. This is the one function of this maximum forward function. Other function is, if maximum forward header is already present when I got any message, it tried to reduce it by 1. That is the default function. Means it tried to reduce the maximum forward value by 1 and it sends it to next client, next SIP client. This is the second function. And the third function is, if it gets the maximum forward value 0, that is our case, means if it gets the maximum forward value 0, it will give the false reply. That means not false, that means true, and that's why we got this message. Now what we will do is we will try to change this message. We try to change this message like what I will try to do is, hey man, you made me mad. That we try to set. Okay, so I will restart the proxy again. I will try to restart the proxy, and okay, it's restarted. Wait a minute. Now again I will capture the interface Ethernet 0, and again we are interested in the SIP part only. I'll register it and register it, and now again I will call 1002 from my mobile. That means from 1001 I will call to 1002. Okay, I got the call. I will accept the call and I will hang up the call from my mobile phone. And we got the number of packets. I will stop the packet capture. Yes, here we got. Means I have my phone has sent the buy request to proxy, and proxy immediately gives me that 483. Hey man, actually this is the reply. Whatever we have written, hey man, you made me mad. Actually the reply is too many hopes, but for the to understand we just change it. So yes, really we made the proxy mad by number of route header with the same IP, and the IP address is the proxy's IP, its own IP. That means loop is created, and here we got the message. Okay, so I think that's all for this video, and our demo is completed. Okay, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching this video, and yes, if you like this video, please write a comment in the below section. It really encourages me to make more and more videos on this subject. Thank you once again.